All right, YouTube, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. It is Sunday, October 20th. We got game number 6 in the NLCS here between the Dodgers and the Mets. In today's video, I want to dive into this game. I'm going to give you my lean on the side. I'll give you my lean on the total, talk about any other plays like player props that we like in the game as well. But as always, guys, keep an eye on the pinned comment for all of my final plays. If you do want to go ahead and fade me, all of those plays are going to be in the pinned comment. In terms of last night, not the best night to fade me. A 4-0 sweep. Money gun, let's go. 4-0 here. Yankees money line. Now, it did take some late game sweating to get this done, but Yankees money line, Yankees team total over 3.5. We had the Nerfy and then Steven Kwan, that over smacked. Thank you very much. A 4-0 drop the money gun night there. We'll take it. The MLB playoffs have been good to us. The MLB season's been good to us. We are still rolling with half unit plays and whatnot, but you know what? A 4-0 night. Can't complain about that. Guys, hit that like button and hit that subscribe button. Let's go ahead and dive into game number 6 here again. We got the Dodgers and the Mets. Dodgers up 3-2 in this series. Mets did win the last one, though. On the mound for the Dodgers, looks like we don't have a starter confirmed yet, but Ryan Brazier here as the starter, and then Landon Knack potentially getting some innings after that, so we'll keep an eye on that, obviously, as we get updates on the lineups. Looks like Sean Manaea should be the starter here for the Mets. This is going to be a tough one, because honestly, just like with the Yankees and the Guardians, right? The Yankees advanced the World Series, but with this series, I'm low-key. Shouldn't even say low-key. I'm rooting for the underdog. I want the underdog, the Mets here, to win this series, win the game. But it's really tough. The Yankees were clearly the better team to the Guardians, right? And then even in this series, I still think the Dodgers are clearly the better team. Now, they struggle with pitching, but that bullpen has really been bailing them out. In terms of a money line player, I'm going to lean towards the Dodgers. Minus 148 is probably as far as I'd go. That's what it is right now over on FD. If you can't get that, then I don't know if I'd pay in the minus 150s, because my second lean kind of contradicts it. So either way, I do think that this bullpen and the bats are the better team here for the Dodgers. I mean, you look at last game and you're saying, what the hell are you talking about? 12 runs? It's like, that was the first game in which we saw a bunch of runs from both teams. The Mets so far in this series had that big game number, game number 2. Other than that, they had 2 runs through 4 games, or through the other 3 games. They have a big 12-run game in game number 5. I get it. They scored a couple runs late, too, but those, I mean, was it the 3rd or 4th inning was their big inning? But either way, their offense still hasn't been all that consistent, whereas the Dodgers seemingly has been more consistent. So I do lean Dodgers, but in terms of a total, I actually lean towards the Mets team total over 3.5. So I guess I slightly lean towards the over overall, because I think the Dodgers can win this game, or should win this game, but I like the Mets to go up there and score 4 runs. I know I just ragged on the consistency, but this is a team that has every chance they've had adversity in their face, they actually show up, right? Like, they're a nut up or shut up team, and they've been nutting up, to say the least. And backs against the wall here. If they don't win this game, they're out. Yes, they're in LA. That's tough. It's not like they have the pleasure of being home, but late game heroics, I could see putting them over the edge. Even if they're losing like 6-0 heading into the 7th inning, 8th inning, I could see them getting 4 runs through those innings. So I like their team total over 3.5 right now in terms of odds. I think you're getting, minus 125 over on ESPN and actually other books as well. So I like that spot. Looks like minus 125 on ESPN, MGM, Caesars, and then FanDuel and DraftKings has it at minus 130 and minus 132. So over team total there for the Mets is going to be one of the plays. I probably even like that more than I do Dodgers money line. Don't mind the over overall either. And then from a player prop perspective, you guys are going to hate it because I keep going back to the well. We keep cashing here, but fading one of the better players in this series. Looking at Freddie Freeman here, under 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. Odds are on your screen there. Minus 125 MGM, minus 130 on DraftKings. He's only gone over this line in 3 of his last 10 games in this series. Just game number 1, he went over. He only has 1 hit, run / RBI in his last 3 games here. I like the matchup against a left-handed pitcher. His batting average drops to 250. And again, he's still banged up, obviously playing, and the ankle injury isn't something that's absolutely hindering him, or he wouldn't be on the field. But overall, I really don't mind the spot in which even if he gets a hit, it's going to be tough for him to run around and score and that type of thing. Obviously, the RBI can be a sac fly and that type of thing, but I would be targeting his runs. Where is it? Right here. Runs, but now it's juiced. We played that a couple times, and that's a minus 179 now, a little bit too much. So, yeah, I like his under hits, runs, and RBIs. A lot of the reason being because he's not as good against left-handed pitchers. His WRC plus drops to 112 as well. And then look at this. Manaea has a mean sinker and a slider, right? Those are his main 2 pitches. His WOBA, so Freeman's WOBA on the season at at 365. Sinker drops to 351. Slider drops to 336. So his numbered 1 and 2 pitch, Freddie Freeman does not hit all that tremendously. And then my second player prop, quite honestly, is again sort of a field play, just like the Mets over 3.5, kind of like a back against the wall. I think their best player here goes out there and does his job. Over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. You can see in this series, he has 12 hits, runs, and RBI, averaging 2.4. Last 2 games combined here, he has 7 hits, runs, and RBIs. If he goes and hits a home run like he did in game number 2, that's amazing. But overall, I'm still fine with what he's been doing. He's been getting plenty of hits. I don't mind his total bases for plus money. It's plus 105 there. What I noticed is FanDuel is actually at minus 130, right? Now, they look like the outlier price, so I wouldn't go jump into to get this one, but FanDuel at minus 130, FanDuel's really, really sharp with player props. So if you can get this for plus money, I don't hate that either. They actually, I know it looks like they're the outlier. They actually may be the sharp one here, but I'm going to go a little bit more safe, over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. And I mentioned outlier. If you guys have not checked out outlier, I know I said it as a vocab word, but this company is actually called Outlier, and this tool is Outlier, my favorite player prop research tool. You can go through, look at all of the props available, click in, you can see their last 10, last 20, head-to-head, this year, last year. You can go through all of their available lines, and what's great is that you can look at their lines, look at the odds, and say, okay, I want to place this on BetMGM. You can click it, scan it on your phone, or continue in browser, and it's going to load it right into your bet slip. You don't have to go digging for it. So go check this tool out, guys. That link is in the pinned comment. You get 7 days free of Outlier. And yeah, we're coming off of a 4-0 night. We had a positive night the night before. We've been doing pretty damn well in the MLB playoffs. Hopefully we keep that going, but a quick one here as we are kind of behind and delayed a little bit. But that's what we got. Again, keep an eye on the pinned comment for all the final plays. We got the Dodgers on the money line, team total over for the Mets, the full game over, Freddie Freeman prop, as well as that Francisco Lindor prop. Those 5. Keep an eye on the pinned comment to see what we roll with. We'll catch you guys in the next one, all right? Peace out.